Take that, Schiffelbein. Think you can defend our country? I hope it's not grammatically. Ba-bang! Ba-bang! Anika Smith. Now there's a no-brainer. A. Dan Cho. I hope the paper's half as good as the cover page. Sarah Stanmeyer. What's the use? Don't worry, boys. It wasn't one of yours. What can I do for you?
Mr. Ferris, now, you've always been kind of successful with women, right?
It shows, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, so yesterday you were talking about the power of words and the seduction of women. And, you know, we were thinking that maybe you could kind of help us out with our little situation.
Well, boys, you came to the right place. I see it every year at about this time, kind of like clockwork, you know? The guys are all wound up about the poetry, and they look to me for help. Yup, that's why they call me Father Flirtation. But hey, you guys just have a seat. We'll get this thing sorted out. From now on, boys, this is gonna be your Bible. Consult it whenever you need advice in your romantic endeavors. This parent has some real enlightening words, and you should know them all. Verbatim. Once you know them, you will be doing it more, and doing it more intensely than you ever have before. Now let's begin. Poem number 159. Now remember, having the proper rhythm is very crucial. It's your control of rhythm that will make or break the experience. If you think you're going too fast, just pull out. Take a few minutes, collect yourself, and then start again from the top. If you go too slowly, you'll bore them to death, and you'll never achieve the supreme climax which you as AP students are all capable of. Ideally, we should be able to tap our feet to it. They call that meter, boys, and you gotta have it. You gotta put some force into it. Accent momentous points. Have mastery of your diction. Be an authority on country matters. Nothing is more important. Now what's more important?
Nothing!
Right. Just stick to these techniques I've taught you and you'll enjoy the utmost success. But always remember the highly sensitive recipient will be most responsive to the nuances of your craft. Choose them carefully, boys. Now let's hear what you all have been up to. Now boys, the wooing of women requires a certain flair for language. You can't just walk up to a girl and say, "Hey, I like the way you work it." No, they've heard that before. You have to be original. You have to make the words flow richly and smoothly from your mouth. Touch them at the core. Peter, you're an articulate guy. Let's hear you propose a kiss.
Oh, my darling, how I long to explore the balmy grotto of your mouth.
Tone it down a little bit, Peter. That was nauseating. Ryan, why don't you try getting a girl to go on a weekend getaway?
Hey, what do you say we got for the weekend? Won't be too bad, huh?
We'll come back to this. All right now, boys. There are 3 questions which distinguish good lovers from great lovers. First, what is the central purpose? Now, Ryan, when you hear this question, you should jump up and say, hot sauce. That's right, because we all know the central purpose of any wooing experience is, well, how shall I say, to make the beast with 2 backs. And now second, how important is this purpose? Well, you boys are all relatively bright. You're all raging with adolescent hormones. let's just say that this, boys, is the learning that matters. This should take precedence over your country, your family, your place of worship, yes, even the NCAA tournament. But never, ever, now mark my words because the class from hell didn't listen, never pay for it. You hear that, Panarelli?
Yes, sir.
And finally, how fully is the purpose accomplished? Now I can't speak for you boys, but I know that I always fully accomplish my purpose. That's right. Every second with me is like Act 3, Scene 3. And this king ain't dying. I'll teach you how to conquer the obstacle that's been thwarting men for generations. Brazier.
Sir?
How could you possibly have a question?
I'm sorry. Where'd you get the bra?
Now class, Peter has just asked the first dumb question of the day. You're talking to Big Papa, Father Flirtation, and you ask him where he got himself a brassiere. Let me just tell you, it wasn't a problem. Now let's get started. Now anybody, as you know, can do a clumsy, ham-fisted sort of maneuver to remove one of these contraptions. But you, as AP students, will be expected to demonstrate superior aptitude. Now, I'll show you how the experts do it. I know, it's impressive. But I didn't get here overnight. I haven't always been, Rico Suave, huh? But, I spent a lot of time tugging and pulling and generally making a fool of myself. And that's what I want to prevent you all from doing. So listen up, take notes, and by the end, you'll be little junior papas, huh? All right now, Peter, little prodigy, let's see what you can do. Yes!
Good,
All right,
Peter!
All right. Peter, I feel confident sending you off to UVA. Dan? All right, Daniel. Nimble fingers.
Oh, hey there, buddy.
You got it. Come on, Dan. Come on, Dan. You got it, Dan. Let's go.
I can't do it, Mr. Ferris. I can't.
Hey, Dan. Dan, it's okay. It's all right. Good things come to those who wait, buddy. And at this rate, you'll be getting some really good things. Up into the world of romance, you must do so with confidence. I just remember your competition. They haven't studied at the feet of the master. They haven't tapped the reservoir of wisdom that is Brent Ferris. Now it's time for you to reap the rewards. It's a choice that you must make. Fertility or decay. You can't let your manhood rot with disuse. No! If you ever get an opportunity, you cannot turn it down. Why, when I was your age, the only things that I turned down were the lights and the covers. I was young, I was energetic, I had human spirit. Oh, rightness was all! So, when your time comes, and it will come, Dan, do not go gentle into that good night.